So welcome back to another marathon training series episode, and this is week 7. And I'm really excited about this week because it was a good time to get back into the normal routine, get a good long marathon pace session in there, plus another good faster than marathon pace session to go with it. So without further ado, we'll jump straight in to the sessions. You can see how they went, and then we'll get back here, give you a quick debrief, and then talk all about what's left for the remainder of the block. So welcome back to another marathon training series episode, heading towards Abingdon Marathon on October the 20th. This is week 7, we're over halfway. 15-minute warm-up, let's get straight into this. So as I said, 3 by 7k off 3 minutes, easy jog recovery. Why 3 by 7k? Well, last week we did 4 by 3 miles. If you convert 7k into miles, that's 4.35 miles. So basically we're going up to 13.05 miles. So we're adding a mile on, we're doing a rep less. So there's going to be more marathon pace portions together, less rest, 6 minutes rest instead of 9 as per last week. So we're progressing through the gears and I'm excited to give this one a go. Need a bit of this first. Caffeine 1, same as last week. Again, the reason having it tonight, fueling, it's the evening. I do struggle with fueling in the day, but I did it all right last week, so I mapped out exactly the same as what I did last week. Porridge this morning, rice and a couple of burgers for lunchtime, and just gluten-free snacks in between. It's worked a treat, stomach feels all right. So let's see how we go tonight. Excited for this one, but I've got to get going. You guys picked me up last week on reflective gear. I appreciate it. I was a naughty boy. The honest truth was I knew it would get dark at the end. I didn't realise how dark it would get quickly, and I thought I would only have about 20 minutes worth of running in the dark, finishing off back home, and I'd be all right. But actually I ran a lot of the workout in the dark. So my wife has very kindly let me out early tonight. She's dealing with the kids and putting them all to bed. It's about 6:15, so I'm hoping to get this workout done before it even gets dark, or if it does, it will be dusk, if there is such thing as dusk at the moment, because it just seems to be plummeting. So I'm gonna stop waffling. It's super windy. Going down the estate that way is going to be a dream. I'm going to fly like the wind. We'll spin, we'll come back this way, and it's going to be hit by Hurricane Industrial Estate as per every other damn time. So without further ado, let's just get into this. There we go, 26:02 for 7k, 5:59 per mile. Really, really good. This one might be a bit slower. I had down, up, down, the downs with the tailwind, up to the headwind. I'm now going to go up, down, up. I have 2 with headwind. So we get on. Rep 2. 25:52, 5:57 per mile. Very happy. One more. $25.39, 5:54 per mile. What a cut down. All done just before it gets dark. Really happy with that. 6 flat, 5:57, 5:54. I'll be honest with you, I fell asleep in that third one. Middle of the section there, I started drifting. So I put it in a little bit in the last mile and a bit. Nothing more. Felt incredible for that workout. Just, you know, You wish you could feel like that on every single workout. So that's another promising marathon pace workout done. I guess the average would be 5:57 for 13.05 miles. Average heart rate for the whole run, same as last week, 1:55. Absolutely fantastic. Gonna get a 2 mile cool down done. Pretty much it will be 18 miles for the evening. On to the next workout. And just before we get into that second workout, I want to say a massive thanks to Saysky for sponsoring this week's video. As always, you guys can use discount code FODRUNNER15 to get 15% off all of your Saysky items. So if you're after some new kit for your upcoming races, don't forget to check them out. You're seeing me every single week training their kit. You've seen me racing it, and I'll be racing the Abingdon Marathon very soon in their kit as well. One of their racing singlets, and of course those combat shorts that I talk about every single week. Gels in the pocket, phone in the pocket, no need for a belt. Absolutely sublime. Their kit is very high quality. I'm delighted to have their support during this training block. So once again, just a reminder, don't forget to use discount code FODRUNNER15 for 15% discount on all Saysky items. So good morning and welcome to the second workout of the week. Buzzing after that first workout. Can't believe how well it went. Legs are fatigued today. So it's a standard interval session. All right, so we have a 10-minute tempo, 90 seconds easy jog. And then we go into 2 sets of 5 minutes off of 60, 3 by 90, all off 60. So go 5, 3 by 90, 5, 3 by 90. So the session itself will be, I think in total time is just under 40 minutes. It's not the biggest session I've ever done, but I'm not looking to set the world on fire this week. Again, when I plan this stuff out, just like I was talking about last week, when you do something with marathon pacing, it's good to throw stuff in that's faster than marathon pace to complement it. And often people neglect the speed. Now I'm not going to be setting the world on fire today. Legs are heavy, but the goals for the session: be confident, believe, and have an idea of what you want to achieve. The tempo is what it will be. The tempo will be somewhere in the 5:50s to 6s, like probably in and around marathon effort. I can't see it being any more, and that's fine. It's kind of an extended warm-up. The 5s, I'd like the 5s to be in the 5:30s if I can, and then the 90s can be whatever else. But if I can set that baseline of 5:30 to 5:39 for those 5-minute sections, I will be very happy to hit those paces when the legs feel like they do. And that'll be perfect, because that will be that'll be about between 20 to 30 seconds faster than goal marathon pace, depending on where in the 5:30s I fit. And then the 90s, if I can get quicker, happy days. Run at 10 minutes, let's go. There we go, tempo done. 5:52 per mile, perfect. Now, onto the main event. Amazing, great first set. Those 90s were way more than I could have expected. One more to go. Wow, brilliant. Could not have asked for more. That was, yeah, that was good. I thought the 5s would be 5 late end of 5:30s. So to run a 5:30, 31 and then a 5:27, 28, whatever it was amazing. And low 5s for those 90s was just, again, in my mind I was expecting 5 teens. So the legs might be heavy, but they still work all right. So there we go. Need to get a wriggle on to get home. Gonna have to do a 6-minute cool down, not 10. But Wow, what a week it's been so far. If only we could stack those up every single week. I'm definitely going to give it my best shot over the last few weeks to stack a couple more of those. It's been a case of this training block wanting to have this structure with 2 midweek workouts, but it's just sometimes not always played out that way, and you just got to make the most of it. And we've ended up doing a midweek workout and a long run workout. So because I've done 2 really good midweek workouts, the long run this weekend will be focused on duration and very little intensity. So I'll get this done, see you back at the office. So there we go, absolutely buzzing with that. Sat here on currently around 52, 53-ish miles, I think, with the long run still to go. So very, very happy with how the week has gone so far. A couple of things that stood out to me is how good the paces felt on that Tuesday session. So obviously, if you remember last week's sessions, you'll see that I started off slightly quicker this time, in longer reps as well, so that was very promising, but obviously not going to the well, because that's not the idea, because the rest of the training that you're meant to do in the week is meant to support everything that you're doing. And so still having enough in the tank 2 days later to go and run the session that I did at the paces that I did just made me feel so confident. That plus a double day on the Wednesday in between, a double easy day, just made things feel really good. Just, yeah, honestly feeling over the moon. Lots to talk about. Starting with racing shoes. So very happy with the choice that I've gone with. I have ordered the second pair of Next Percents. I think I mentioned this. That's why I've broken out the baby blues right now, and I'm using those in training just for the next 2 or 3 weeks to break those in, get used to it. And then when my race shoes come, which should be next week, I believe, because I ordered them from Sport Pursuit, who seem to take a couple of weeks to ship their products. I have had a notification to say they've been shipped. So fingers crossed they'll be with me next week, and then I can start to break those in as well. So really excited about that. And I'm also considering doing a half marathon race 3 weeks out from Abingdon, which is different to what I would normally do. I'd normally make that my peak week long run. But what I can do, and I suppose the position I'm in, is I am flexible enough that I can take time off my work to do long runs in the week. So I am considering putting a long run in on the Wednesday beforehand, so it'll be 3.5 weeks out effectively, and just shuffle the other long run 4 weeks out back a little bit and just move things around, and then put an easier long run in after that. I am able to do it, and I am considering and looking at my plan and seeing how I can make it work. What I felt in this block is I've got myself to a position where all my easy run heart rates now are dropping well into the 120s for the same pace on the trails. When I do it on the concrete, it's even lower. I feel like fitness is at an all-time high, and what I'd love to do is go and get a really hard 13.1 mile effort in the bag. I'd love to go out there. I normally race a half marathon in a marathon block and a 20 miler. I've not done it, and I feel like it could be something new, something different for me to try in this one, to put it 3 weeks out. It's a little bit kind of uncertain, but I am thinking about it, and if I do, I'll make sure I structure my long runs around it so that I still get the right work done there as well. And finally, the long run for this weekend, it's going to be much bigger volume. I say much bigger, it's going to be bigger volume than what you've seen over the last couple of weeks. I'll save it for the next video. Obviously, you'll see that if you want to watch that. Tune in to the next one. Hopefully that'll be out on Monday. But in all honesty, all I'm looking for this weekend, after getting these 2 good sessions banked, is some good long aerobic miles at a relatively steady intensity. But I want to be out there for a good amount of time on feet. So we'll see how that one goes as well. And if that goes well, then we're going to be hitting mid 75 miles, which will probably be nearly my biggest mile week ever, and then that will be a baseline for the next ones. We've had such good mileage during this training block. There have been a couple of weeks where I have kind of fallen short, whether that's to do with racing or being on holiday, and there are some that I have just missed the 70 mile mark due to missing a run due to the summer holidays. But now we're back, and we're back in the routine. Things are really starting to click nicely. So fingers crossed this is just a start, just a springboard we need for these final few weeks of hard graft. So as always, let me just say a massive thanks to you guys for tuning in and supporting. Really appreciate it during this training block. It's been a bit up and down, but we are firmly back on the up, and I'm loving it. Feeling really good. To Saysky for sponsoring the training series. Really appreciate their support. Don't forget to use FODRunner15 for 15% discount on your Saysky items. X Miles, your one-stop nutrition shop. Don't forget to use FOD10 for a 10% discount code off your first order with them. Link is in the description. Pure Sport, I'm using their Muscle Bar and Freeze Roll, electrolytes and magnesium products. Again, link is in the description for that. Ketone IQ, again, using it every day. Just had another delivery, another top up, which is fantastic for this end of the marathon training block, having a shot every single day. 30% off your first subscription box, link in the description. Noble Pro, if you're looking for a treadmill this winter, absolutely love mine. Again, 4% discount, which is quite a lot for the price of a treadmill. Again, link in the description for that. And finally, Bodylight gear, which you saw in today's video, the vest that I was wearing out on the second session. That's going to be coming out a lot more over the coming weeks. 10% discount using the link in the description below. That's it from me today. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for the support on this training series. We're getting there, and finally we're getting into some good shape. Love it when things start to click. If you enjoyed the video, please do consider giving it a like, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel for weekly running content. See you on the next one.